Kristen Bell has long been an advocate for a balanced approach to health, one that transcends the confines of traditional gym sessions and delves deeply into the realms of mental well-being and sustainable lifestyle choices. For the actress, renowned for her roles in shows like Veronica Mars and The Good Place, as well as her recent appearance in Nobody Wants This, physical fitness is not merely about sculpting a particular body type but about fostering a profound sense of commitment to oneself and maintaining an elevated level of personal happiness. In a candid reflection shared during an interview, Bell articulated this perspective eloquently. Being healthy, in her view, equates to feeling genuinely positive about the decisions one makes daily, with the utmost priority placed on nurturing both mental and physical vitality. She emphasized that the focus should never narrow down to superficial concerns like the appearance of one's thighs. Instead, it ought to celebrate the dedication to joyful living and emotional equilibrium. Over the span of her career, Bell has been remarkably transparent about the evolution of her workout regimen, which has encompassed a variety of disciplines including Pilates, rigorous strength training, and invigorating cycling sessions. What stands out in her narrative is not just the physical activities themselves but how they intertwine with her mental health journey. She has openly discussed periods of struggle, such as a challenging 2-week stretch marked by unexplained emotional turbulence, where returning to basic movement became a beacon of pride and resilience. In one personal online post, she described stepping back onto the treadmill, both metaphorically and literally, as a triumphant act of self-affirmation. Addressing others navigating similar lows, she offered encouragement, urging them to simply take the next right step, underscoring her belief in incremental progress over perfection. At the heart of Bell's fitness ethos lies a commitment to incorporating some form of movement into every single day, regardless of how demanding her schedule might be. Whether it's a high-energy run or a session lifting weights for at least half an hour, she prioritizes activity as a non-negotiable element of her routine. However, Bell is quick to dispel the myth of unrelenting discipline. She refuses to berate herself on days when energy levels dip. On such occasions, she pivots gracefully to gentler alternatives, like a brief 10-minute guided meditation or a restorative stretching class sourced from online platforms. This flexibility, she explains, is key to prioritizing self-care without the weight of guilt, allowing her to honor her body's signals while still advancing her wellness goals. One of the most relatable aspects of Bell's approach is her enthusiasm for short, opportunistic workouts that fit seamlessly into the chaos of a busy life, particularly as a mother of two. Long, uninterrupted gym marathons are a luxury she rarely indulges in, so instead she champions the concept of exercise snacking, those quick, potent bursts of activity woven into the fabric of everyday moments. Imagine her on set, rehearsing lines with co-stars, yet subtly leaning back in a chair to execute tricep dips, turning downtime into dynamic toning. Or picture her at home, out for a leisurely walk with her children, who pause to inspect fallen leaves. In those pauses, she drops into lunges, transforming a simple stroll into a lower body strengthener. These snippets of effort accumulate, proving that consistency doesn't demand vast blocks of time but rather clever integration. Bell's ingenuity shines through in her array of go-to hacks. She might sprint up her driveway a dozen or so times, channeling bursts of cardio into her morning ritual. While engaging in playtime with her kids, she'll incorporate playful squats, blending parenting with posterior chain work. Even mundane chores become opportunities. A set of dumbbells resides in her kitchen, enabling bicep curls amid meal prep, ensuring that arm day never skips a beat. Reflecting on this piecemeal philosophy in a recent conversation, Bell revealed that her sessions often fragment into mere 90-second intervals, sliced artfully throughout the day. She practices habit stacking, a technique where established routines trigger fitness add-ons. For instance, every evening at 9 p.m. as she lets the dogs out for their nightly relief, she follows up with 24 precise squats. This ritual, sustained for half a year without fail, exemplifies how small habitual actions can yield substantial results without overhauling one's calendar. Complementing her movement practices is Bell's thoughtful relationship with nutrition, which has undergone significant shifts over time. For 3 decades, she adhered to a vegetarian lifestyle, even experimenting with veganism for several years, a choice rooted in ethical and health-driven convictions. Yet, in a pivotal decision around 2022, she reintroduced meat into her diet, describing the transition as a natural evolution rather than a regression. It no longer felt incongruent with her values. Instead, it aligned with her body's cravings for higher protein intake, mirroring her husband's dietary preferences to fuel her lifting endeavors. Bell's eating habits eschew rigidity, favoring what she terms conscious eating, a mindful awareness of portions and selections without succumbing to deprivation. This philosophy allows her the freedom to indulge in carbohydrates when necessary, especially during intellectually taxing periods like memorizing extensive scripts. "I simply cannot fuel 11 pages of dialogue on a regimen of spinach and chicken alone," she quipped, highlighting the impracticality of overly restrictive plans for her high-octane lifestyle. By tuning into her needs, she reaps the joys of varied cuisine while upholding a steady, nourishing baseline. This balanced plate supports not just her physical pursuits but also her cognitive demands, ensuring she remains sharp and energized for both work and family life. Bell's fitness trajectory includes notable pivots, such as her initial foray into Pilates, which she practiced 3 times weekly around 2019. This low-impact modality revolutionized her sense of physical prowess, a domain where she had historically felt deficient, describing herself as perpetually waifish or post-pregnancy softened. Pilates bestowed upon her a newfound strength, even etching visible abs after childbirth had reshaped her core. She humorously noted that, in a hypothetical ninja assault, her fortified form would render her an indispensable ally. Yet, as her journey progressed, Bell sought greater intensity, transitioning to heavy lifting that catapulted her into peak condition by age 44. This shift marked her stride, yielding not only aesthetic enhancements but superior endurance, capacity, and overall bodily harmony. What began as women-centric routines like Pilates evolved into unapologetically robust weight training, empowering her to redefine strength on her terms.